What is up, guys? So, not sure how this video is going to look considering that I'm using my phone, so hopefully it turns out okay. But today what we got going on Lexi's Evo, we got some fancy Varis door pillar, carbon fiber door pillars going on, and her OEM Wind Deflectors. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so what we got going on first, we're just cleaning the glass. Well, cleaning everything. We just have invisible glass. It smells just like Windex, and Windex is alcohol based, so should work in replacement of isopropyl alcohol. That'd be your best bet to use for cleaning. The seal has to come up somehow. Where does it go down? I guess it goes down. We'll have to play with that a little bit. Okay, so this one turned out pretty good. What we had to do, since I started from up top, I had to just kind of pull this tip out of this just a little bit and then bring it back in, and it kind of like worked, I guess. And this back one seems that it should go down into the bottom seal a little bit easier than the other one. Oh, great.
Seems like that should maybe go in first the next time.
Yeah, we might have to do that next time. Or if we get something.
I don't have like a little pick or anything that I can... Not that I want to take a pick to carbon fiber, but... I don't have like a spacer.
Yeah, definitely have to try putting the bottom in first next time. Definitely seemed like it wanted to go in a lot easier last time during the test fit. Fingerprinty.
Can you not?
Stop it. For these back ones, you have to leave a slight gap up top for it to line up pretty well at the bottom. And that's how she looks. Here we go. Varis door pillar carbon fiber pieces, I think is what they're called, are installed. They look pretty toasty. So now the fun is trying to figure out how the wind deflectors go on, because it is completely different from mine. So did a little bit of YouTube searching. Everyone that was posting videos on there were not the OEM ones, they were WeatherTech ones or some other off-brand ones. AVS? Yeah, AVS and WeatherTech. So we'll try to go pretty detailed on how the OEM ones go on. Alright, so while we're trying to figure out how to remove the door trimming, we got, the next step is to put the clips into the actual visor, wind deflector thing. So this is how they go on. It is, so you have the back side of the deflector, and you want them to go on this way to where they end up looking like this. And it comes with these little pop rivets that just clip right in. Okay, so we figured out how to remove the door trimming, which is super weird. We found this piece of, yeah, it's like a bracket to something, but it's pretty thin, and it was able to go up in. So what I'll do is show you guys here. Here, babes. So the instructions specifically said to do this from the outside because it can like morph if you pull them from the inside. So all I did, it's just this outside trimming right here. So I just kind of went up in just a little bit, and you give it a little pull, and you work your way to side.
Just watch your paint. I'm a paint freak, so.
So once it gets down to this little bit, then you go up in there just a little bit more, and then the rest of it will start coming out.
Just don't go near these corners, because they said it's really difficult to put it back in. So like this corner we left in there, and down here we're not going towards either. You just want the center of the trim if you can. Also, excuse my dog hair.
So that's essentially what you do for the door trimming. That way you can put the clips in that we just installed. So next things the instructions say is like a whole lot of stuff about masking tape and some other stuff. I don't really know, but yeah, so since we got everything, well, we got the driver's side weather or seals out partially and just lined up. You only have to go to as far as where the little clip things are at, so you don't have to just go to the corner. Do not remove the corner. It said it a lot of times to not do that. Then essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to peel up just a little bit of the tape. Probably just going to take this whole corner one off, and then peel a little bit off the tape, because as you can see they do run pretty close to the edge. So next thing will be removing this vertical piece here, and then just a little bit of the rest of it, and then we'll line it up. The clips go up in somehow is what they're saying, so we'll figure that out. And it's essentially, that's about it. You just have to peel the rest of the tape off once you have it positioned, and should be good. Alright, so we got the first one on, the driver's side driver's door. It wasn't super bad. It's kind of sketchy. The way the clips go in, they don't really clip. They just kind of like sit on this like U-channel inside the window. I wonder if we'll be able to, probably won't be able to see, but there's like this little where this part of the weather stripping hooks is where those clips kind of sit on. They don't really clip into place, they just kind of sit up on it, and it's kind of weird. I know with the Evo, I would assume 7s, but 8s and 9s, the clips go into the channel and they kind of sit there and you can move them back and forth. So I kind of don't like how they did the clips with these ones. It's not really like a secure clip, they're just kind of like a position, really. But they did seem to hold up a little bit better once we put the weather stripping back up in. They kind of sealed themselves together. So with this rear one, what we're gonna do is I'll kind of explain a little bit more on how we go about putting these on.
Okay, so we're about to put the rear one on right now, and the instructions say you're supposed to leave like 1 millimeter of spacing between the visor and the edge of the door, I guess I would say. So what we're gonna try and do is get the same amount of gray paint exposed compared to this one, just so it doesn't look kind of like lopsided. We aren't really sure why they instructed you to do that, but we're just gonna do it anyway. So
Figure it out.
I'm just hoping that this tape holds up, because like I don't have it. I'm a girl and I don't have a hairdryer, but they do instruct you to like kind of like dry them or put some heat on them. So I mean, it's like 70, 80 degrees out right now, so
Heat up eventually. So the instructions also to say peel these up just a little bit before you go to install them. I just take the vertical one completely off. So then what we do, since we're trying to line this up with here, I'm going to have the door open, or door closed, I mean. And you want to make sure these clips go up in, which makes it rather difficult whenever you already peeled the tape. You got to make sure they're up in there. So they are. Yep. If you don't push on the back of the clips, you won't know if you're in or not.
the gray paint needs a little bit more exposure.
Yeah. So
That's what makes it difficult, though, is
yeah,
just trying to make it like symmetrical.
It's hard to line everything up.
I'm trying to help
with
him.
the tape.
Yeah, and hold the phone, which also you're way too far out this way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. So
sorry, I know my filming might not be the best right now, but I'm trying to.
how about that?
Yeah, that looks right there. That looks pretty.
So what I do whenever what I found out works pretty good is you leave your two fingers on the clips and push them. You want to push them towards you to try to get them to stay where they're supposed to be at while you're trying to line everything up. And then once you have everything,
you put the trim in the last time, I thought.
Yeah, but
I guess it doesn't really matter.
not really. Once you have everything lined up, pull the tape or the rest of the tape off. Sometimes you might get it a little stuck like that. Just be careful with it. You don't want the backing to snap off, and then you're going to be in some trouble trying to get it to.
I'd put the trim in before you start pressing it down, just so it's seated correctly.
She ain't going anywhere, babes. So they said to put heat on it for like, I think it's 20 or 30 seconds, or a couple seconds, and then hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. But just for right now, we'll just push it up in, and you take the window seal, and they're pretty easy to go back up in, as long as you don't take the corner off. So, and they go back up in, and OEM Deflector installed.
Seek.
Alright, that's it. Varis carbon fiber door pillars. And OEM Mitsubishi motors, apparently. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, it says Mitsubishi Motors right here. Mine only say Mitsubishi because it's cooler. So that is the install of these parts, and I think overall it looks much more better.
I know this is probably common sense, but a lot of people don't think of this because I actually got Dakota these for his Evo, but he already has the rain guards on. If you are interested in either of these products, make sure you do the carbon fiber pillars first because the rain guards are going to be a bitch to get back off to put those on. So just, you know, order of operations, I would do the pillars before you put rain guards on if you can. I got these from Work Hustle Kill on Instagram. He's a super cool dude. His wide body Evo is freaking gnarly, so I'm sure Dakota can link something towards his page on the bottom, but he has a pretty good hookup with Varis. You can message him if you need anything specific from my understanding, but I know he had these pillars in stock and was able to meet up with me essentially like, what, 2 days after I messaged him. And he helped me get them because we had the rain guards waiting here, but we didn't have the pillars, so peace.